Huge news. President Donald Trump just signed a groundbreaking executive order. This will boost the United States crypto and decentralized finance industry. This is one of the biggest crypto moves we've ever seen by a US president. This order sets up a working presidential group on digital asset markets to create clear regulations and even explore a US digital asset reserve. But it gets even crazier. You may or may not know, but the president and his wife launched their own separate meme coins. These coins exploded in value, topping out at $11 billion market caps. And if that's not enough, President Trump has his own decentralized finance project called World Liberty Financial, and it has raised over $1 billion in token sales. The demand is so high, they may release 5 billion more tokens from their total supply of 100 billion. In this video, I'm breaking down what Trump's executive order actually does, how it will impact Bitcoin and Ethereum and the broader crypto world, the rise of Trump-backed meme coins and their shocking impact to the market, what top crypto investors think about this move, and finally, how can you position yourself to take advantage of all of this. This is one of the biggest moments in history for cryptocurrency. Stay tuned to the end to make sure you know how to take advantage of it. Let's start with 4 of the biggest crypto-related policies and how they will impact Bitcoin and Ethereum. The first one is pretty big. It ensures banks can work with crypto companies. Why it's a game changer is because banks have been debanking crypto users and crypto companies. Now those companies can operate in the traditional finance space as well as the decentralized finance space. And now that banks can hold Bitcoin and Ethereum, this will lead to mass adoption, not only for individuals, but also for businesses that build treasuries. This will lead to higher transaction volumes on the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchains, and also could lead to price appreciation in the tens of thousands for Ethereum and the millions for Bitcoin. Think about it like this. The internet became mainstream once banks allowed payments on the global superhighway. Now this is the blockchain moment for banks to get comfortable with the blockchain, and we are here at the very beginning of it. Also, the SEC is changing its rules on crypto accounting. The first major one is now banks can hold cryptocurrency and it not be viewed as a liability. Why does that matter? Right now, these outdated rules make it so no bank wants to hold this asset of the future. And once it's finally removed, it's expected to create a flood of new entrants into the crypto space. What this could mean is more institutional investors, more bank transactions, more liquidity, less volatility, and more long-term price stability. Imagine once the Googles, Amazons, Microsofts, the top companies on the S&P 500 start to hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet. And not only that, imagine when your local gas station, your local grocery store is doing the same. What do you think that will do for the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum? And also, now due to this order, the US is looking into creating a national digital asset reserve. Trump has put together a committee to look into not only Bitcoin, but other digital assets that the government should hold on its balance sheet as a treasury asset. This is huge because if the government holds Bitcoin on its treasury, so will other countries. So now that would mean countries, corporations, and individuals all fighting over a very finite amount of Bitcoin. This could lead to a new version of the gold reserve, but this time with Bitcoin and digital assets. To make all of this happen, the president is putting together a presidential working group on digital assets. That group has already been tasked to create 30, 60, and 180-day clear pro-crypto regulations. The impact on Bitcoin and Ethereum could be tremendous. Crypto businesses will now be able to operate without fear, meaning more innovation in the space. More stability will bring more legitimacy to the entire crypto market, which will lead to more institutions and countries feeling more comfortable with the entire space. This is one of the biggest signals we have ever seen for the cryptocurrency environment. The US is going all in on crypto. Will you do the same? Now let's check in on what 3 big names in the crypto world think about all of this. Nathan McCauley, CEO of Anchorage Digital, said, "This executive order provides clarity institutions have been waiting for. We've entered a new era where Bitcoin is treated as a serious financial asset. This means we can expect more institutional adoption and more money pouring into Bitcoin and Ethereum." Zach Shapiro, head of policy at Bitcoin Policy Institute, said, "Bitcoin has been given the ultimate green light. This time, this is a game changer for the entire financial system. This could mean a major shift in the way businesses, banks, and governments hold reserve assets in the future." Jack Mallers, CEO of Strike, said, "If the US starts a Bitcoin reserve, every other country will have no choice but to follow. If this happens, not financial advice, but Bitcoin's price should explode." All right, now that you know what's happening, what are the best moves to position yourself for success? The first thing I want to do is stack as much Bitcoin and Ethereum and hold it as long as possible. If the US government and other entities are going to start stockpiling Bitcoin and Ethereum, you should too. Buying now could be like buying gold before the gold standard. Look up what that did. A quick search will show you how rich people that did that got. Prepare for institutional FOMO, fear of missing out. Now with clear regulations coming, big banks and corporations will come flooding in, and you can beat them to it. Most people know this, but if you don't, Bitcoin has a limited supply, so there's only going to be 21 million ever. So if all these different types of entities are fighting over the same limited supply, the price should skyrocket. Keep an eye on regulations and market trends. The next 30 to 180 days are going to be critical. Make sure you're paying attention. The rules should start coming out about what banks and businesses can do to accumulate as much of these assets as possible. This historical move is one of the biggest pro-crypto moves ever, and it could trigger an historic bull run like never seen before. What do you think? Will the government adopt Bitcoin and Ethereum as strategic reserved assets? What will this mean for the price? How high do you think Bitcoin and Ethereum go in this bull run and beyond? Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Now, to really understand how big this is, we have to look at where we came from. For years, the US government has had a complicated relationship with crypto. Regulators like the SEC and CFTC have fought over who controls crypto laws, while agencies like the FDIC and the Federal Reserve have made it harder for banks to work with crypto companies. Remember Operation Choke Point 2.0? This was an informal effort by regulators to cut crypto off from the banking system. That's why you saw companies like Silvergate and Signature Bank collapse. They were some of the last banks that fully supported crypto businesses. But now the game has changed. With this executive order, Trump is signaling the US is no longer going to push crypto away. It's embracing it. Instead of forcing companies offshore, America is making a play to be the leader in digital assets. And if you think this is just a one-time policy move, think again. Over the past year, we've seen more and more signs the US is shifting its stance on crypto. Presidential candidates openly supported Bitcoin. Both Trump and RFK Jr. have talked about backing Bitcoin. State-level policies changing. Florida, Texas, Wyoming have been pushing for Bitcoin-friendly laws. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and watch the next video that shows you how much Bitcoin you need to be rich.